Hello everybody, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and on today's video we're going to discuss the law of assumption, what that really means about shifting into your desired dream life reality experience, the pearl of great price, what that means in terms of your belief system, and faith in your belief system and what that really means. Now, beginning, beliefs are manifestations. That is why you don't need to believe. You just have to be willing to believe that what you are experiencing is reality. It's more of a choice. It is a choice, basically. A choice to believe that what you are experiencing is as awareness, as God, as reality, as source. Every belief that is lit up in awareness is already a manifestation of I am. You do not need to know why a belief has arisen. It already existed within you. It appears because you are aware of it. And because you became aware of a version of it, you became aware of what you were already believing. You see, it's not separate from you. It's your own light projected as a form of knowing. And when we, I, you, see a belief, I, you, all of us, am seeing our own manifestation of who we are being as that belief. It's not a condition, but it is a parameter of your life experience in some manner. And I am that which believes what I am seeing is what I am knowing myself as. Not the belief itself, is what you are just choosing to know yourself as. And here's the thing, when you have this idea that, okay, I desire a version of myself and experiencing of myself, and then you have beliefs that contradict it, how you got this belief doesn't actually matter because there is no how you got the belief. That belief, that identity already existed within you. I can tell you a story that, hey, you came into the experiencing of the physical aspect of yourself within you with a preordained experiencing of reality, a preordained unfolding of beliefs that you were going to experience yourself as, and then subsequently knowing that these are not you. But ultimately, it doesn't actually matter why you have them or don't have them, because you can't not have a belief. So whatever belief you have, and every non-belief you have, every doubt you have, every non-doubt you have, every fear you have, every non-fear you have, every hope you have, every non-hope you have, none of that matters as to where you picked up the awareness of the idea that's already within you from, because it no longer exists. You would be recreating that idea now in the moment anyway. So we come to the conclusion that, hey, we've already had this. We've always had this. Whether you've seen a moment in your life where you just assumed life happens this way, that maybe a certain kind of person drives a certain kind of car, typical. A certain kind of person wears a certain kind of outfit, typical, right? You come up with these ideas, oh no, dress for the job you want. Things like that. And we believe that they are true because they work for some people. We see it work for some people. That seeing it and the belief are one and one. Whether you see it out there and believe it, or believe it and see it out there, it makes no difference. You already had it within you. Now, that belief, as I said, is a manifestation. It does not create on its own. You are the creating force that naturally imagines and experiences life according to that belief. You don't have to do anything with that belief. You just have to stop assuming that it is true as reality, because it is not true. Now, the next slide, the choice of desire and the messy middle. Desire arises because I am, you, are wanting and allowing to know more of yourself. You allow that to be experienced within you. Yes, sometimes you have an infinite number of thoughts as to whether you are allowing it What are you allowing? What are you focusing on? Does this focus create my reality? Is it not creating? But what if I want it? What if I don't want it? Does it align to my desired end? Blah, blah, blah. Right? All millions of things. Ultimately, whatever you are experiencing, you are it anyway. So it makes no difference. Truly. Now, you have what we refer to as old beliefs. They're not necessarily old. They are pristine as any other belief. You just happen to be aware of that before you became aware of the higher version of your own awareness of yourself, the greater awareness of yourself. In every moment you are greater than what you were, because you are greater in awareness. Just like the Father is greater than you, but only in awareness, not in power. You are one with that. You are that. It's not even one with it, right? So, like the car, like the money, like the love, like the clothing, you have a belief within you that maybe you never checked up on in some time. Now, you have a new desire. That desire pops up. I love this thing. You experience it. You do all the things, as they say. But typically, you are awareness and you are unfolding that experience as you, in your imagination, as your imagination. Now, the old belief pops up, something that you cannot even remember believing in, but the moment you remember it, you're like, oh yeah, I really believed in that. Wow, I was holding myself back for no reason. And then there's this tension between the two now. You have a new desire and a new thing you want to believe in. Say, I want to believe that I am this love of my own life. I want to believe that I am this superimposed version that can be, do, and have anyone and anything. That I am literally source and infinity of all things. And I have this whole belief system that says I'm not, basically. And then I'm starting to fight an internal war with myself. That is just your awareness expanding. You see, previously when you had that old belief, you just took it as, yeah, that's true, and then you moved on with the day. You experienced it as that belief, and then that was about it. Now you are experiencing something else. You are experiencing the death of that old man, as NevilleGoddard says, but that's just a story. You are experiencing the life of your own greater awareness now. That's much better, actually. I just came up with that. You are, as you grow in awareness, as you have these new desires and new understandings that pearl of great price, which I'm going to get to, you are experiencing the life of your new self, which is quite a wonderful way to say it. So, I like that. You do not fight that previous belief of yourself. You don't need to. You didn't fight to have it. You don't have to fight to not be experiencing it anymore. You just have to choose a new experience. You recognize that it's the previous version of yourself. It is an appearance, and because of that appearance, you can experience anything because you did experience that. So you can experience anything. It's actually showing you how infinite you are by this random thing that is not objectively true you can experience, because there is no objective reality that is being experienced. You are only having a subjective experience of an objective reality where all things just exist. So that resistance you feel with it in that moment is you actually shifting your viewpoint to believing something greater than what you once were yourself. That messy middle is simply seeing I am, and that I am no longer choosing that version of myself. I'm allowing it to exist, but I'm choosing the version of myself that is just infinity. So that feeling of friction is the feeling of change. That it's proof of you being more aware of yourself. The fact that you are even fictionally experiencing yourself, choosing something else, is the evidence that you are choosing something else. So you don't have to fight continuously. Just keep choosing it. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. You are transformed by the renewing of realizing who you are. Awareness that has all beliefs. Now in the next slide, that is the ultimate experiencing of your reality, buying the pearl of great price. I am choosing to let go of every belief, not because they are wrong, but because I am their source, and I'm choosing to believe in myself as source and that all things exist. And if all things exist, so do those beliefs and so does every other one. So if belief is nothing more than a manifestation, you never needed to worry about whether you believe in it or not. You only needed to concern yourself with what you are choosing to accept as reality. Accept that you are reality. Buy the pearl and stand in that pure knowing that I am. And there is no one else but me. There is no one, nothing else but you. Not the physical you. The awareness that contains everything. There is no one else and nothing else like that awareness that has and is reality. It is a continuous choice. Just like how you continuously chose to believe in that previous belief that you had. It is living in the recognition that every single moment I am that. And that's make that your point, make that your process. That every moment I'm going to refer to myself in that knowing that I am, that no matter who I'm speaking to, no matter what's going on in my reality, no matter what I'm thinking about, no matter what I'm aware of, it is me as I am awareness being that. It means nothing. And as awareness, I know who I know myself to be. I know who I've chosen myself to be. I assume that's what's unfolding. Then when any belief arises, you can know that if it is no longer serving you, it's coming up because it no longer serves you, because you are transversing that point where, hey, this no longer serves you going forward. This is what you once were. Now, see yourself as you would like to be. The I am that I am. Having the pearl means you're no longer seeking truth. You are knowing you are the truth behind and as everything. You are truth. You are the expression of truth. You are the expression of any affirmation because you are the affirmation itself. Having bought the pearl, you sold all else. The kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant seeking goodly pearls. Having found one, the kingdom itself, the great pearl of all things, of great price, etc., etc., sold all else to buy it. Basically, he gave up every other identity and belief that does not believe himself to be awareness for the simple knowing that I am awareness. And yes, it's a very tall, very high price on this, which is basically giving up everything that you've ever believed in. What's higher than that? Next slide. Knowing that you are knowing. Now, knowing is not a process. You know something. It is being aware that you are being. It's being aware that you're being aware. It's aware of being awareness. When you know something as your awareness, if you think of words, you are knowing that you are thinking of words. But those words came from you knowing that you are knowing those words in the first place. Whatever it is you're knowing a tree. Before the image of the tree even comes, you are knowing it is there. Your faith is that you are knowing whatever it is you're choosing to know as an experience. Your faith is that I am this experience, because you are. There is no other substance creating that experience in your imagination. You are your imagination. Everything is your imagination. The past, it's definitely in your imagination. And you are remembering it as you perceive yourself to have physically experienced it, but you are recreating it in the moment. The future, that's 100% in your imagination. Perceiving as if you would, perceiving a version of reality as you would prefer. The now moment, it is in your imagination, but it's a hyper physical focused moment, but it is in your awareness. And when you be still know that you're God, you can see how everything is moving in your awareness, giving the illusion that it's coming from somewhere and going somewhere else, but it's just happening now. So you're no longer waiting for evidence. You're knowing that you are knowing a version of reality and experiencing it must be happening now, and that's the evidence. Faith is loyalty of yourself to yourself. It's loyalty to your own knowing that you are knowing something. To know that I am knowing is the highest act of faith. It is buying that pearl of great price, for it places awareness only in I am. It places everything in I am, places everything in you as awareness. It's self-recognition, awareness becoming aware that it is awareness, pure certainty of being. and you are certain that you exist, and you are certain that whatever is happening in your imagination is you, and you are certain that the manner in which you choose to imagine things, in the believing that what I am imagining is real, the believing that what I am imagining I have received. In the believing of what I am imagining I have received, and I'm going to believe in my experiencing that I have received my experiencing of it. So if you were to, hypothetically, experience exactly what you imagine, and you believe that you experience exactly what you imagine, why would you then not imagine exactly what you want to experience? Believe that what you experience is what you receive. So experience it fully in the complete belief that that which I have experienced myself already, I have already received it, because I am it, and I receive the knowing of it, and I am knowing that I am knowing it. Faith is loyalty to the unseen. The unseen, basically, that which you are becoming aware of. And now faith is the substance of things hoped for. So that means you are that faith. That means you are the substance, because whatever you're hoping for is what you are imagining. And whatever you are imagining as a substance of yourself. And if you are that substance, and you are that knowing, that means you are that reality. And you are having faith that you are that reality. And that is the evidence of things not yet seen by your physical eyes, because you are being it right now as awareness. Next slide. The constant choice of knowing. This is that buying the pearl of great price is to remember that you have bought it. I am not changing beliefs. I am choosing to know myself as God, reality, accepting that I am. And that's the only belief. Beliefs appear and fade in and out, right? But I am is that ever changeless awareness of them. And you know that nothing about you in this knowing is changing, but everything about you and everything else is changing. And that's the moment where you choose I am as that I am. The content of what happens in awareness is largely irrelevant, because nothing prevents anything. Believing is irrelevant, because believing, doubting, and fearing and hoping don't manifest anything. Like I said, they are manifestations. You are the chooser, the knower, the one who believes, and the one beyond belief. To know yourself as I am, to accept yourself as I am, is the only thing you really need to do. Everything else is a reflection of who you now choose to be. You are automatically going to desire things, and as you remember yourself to be I am, you are automatically going to experience I am that. So you'll just automatically start experiencing what you desire to experience without second guessing it, without worrying about the circumstances and the prerequisites and this and that. We still know that you are God. Next slide, law of assumption. The law of assumption is simply whatsoever you choose to experience as reality is your reality. Whatsoever you choose to experience as reality is your reality. Let that sink in. Whatsoever you choose to experience as reality, because your imagination is reality and it is you entirely, is your reality. Your 3D self is not assuming anything. It's not your 3D self that does anything. It is the manifestation of what you as awareness are assuming of yourself. Your 3D self has no control. Your 3D self cannot do anything. Your 3D self can't even heal its own hand. It's awareness unfolding the illusion of being healed, shifting you to the version of yourself that is healed or that has never been hurt, that has always been healthy. Yeah, sure, there can be a scar, but the version of you that you are being as awareness is the version of yourself that you desire to be. And yeah, getting hurting your hand, it's a desire to not be experiencing that. It's your desire to be healed. That's why you heal. But it's so typical and so normal and mundane and so such a normal experience of reality, we don't understand what it is, but it is just as great as manifesting a button or a castle. As per Abraham Hicks, the 3D version of you cannot assume something of itself. It can only manifest as an experience of what you are already assuming. It will see an empty bank account, no lover in the bed, and bills piling up and try to believe or hope. It's always going to be swinging back and forth, but if you know yourself as awareness, you don't swing with it. Awareness is the knowing this version, this exists, do nothing with it, because you can do nothing with it. You as awareness are trying to do something within your awareness. You can't. It's like trying to do something with your own blood from your physical self. How? And your physical self is the lifeblood of your experiencing. So in that sense, you can't do anything with it. Move to the inner knowing as reality itself and experience yourself as reality, as your now preference. Next slide. And this is how, I just have this like these images to show how we really feel, or maybe to bridge the gap between awareness and 3D focusing. So this is how we see reality, our 3D point of view, right? We like that. We're seeing it from here. And now we believe we are at this physically focused moment. We are remembering some sort of past that happened and some sort of future projection, and we are just experiencing that reality. And now the 3D illusion of this whole thing is that from this point of view, we believe ourselves to feel and know separation between us and everything else. That the world is happening out there from our point of view. So from the same point of view, we are seeing the world happen out there. And the emotions and thoughts are happening within us in our body, and we are feeling it. And we do feel it in as the body because those chemical reactions are here. Right? Those chemical and neurological, electrical reactions are happening detectably in the body, but that's also an experience, right? So when you imagine, you believe that this is happening inside my own head, and now from my own head, I'm trying to get my car in my driveway and materialize it, right? Now, that's not what's really going on. That is a point of view from a self-concept of being the 3D experience. What's actually happening is this, right? Mind the drawing. The drawing is also happening within your awareness. The drawing is not accurate because I can't draw awareness. Awareness is formless. But imagine that it's awareness, just for the moment. As awareness, you are literally giving light to reality. You see, I use the same picture to depict the same, more like on purpose, because I'm using it to show that the same point of view is where awareness is physically focusing itself as awareness. It's being everything in that picture. It's being your hands, being the grass, it's being your thoughts, being your doubts, being your beliefs, being your hopes, being whatever. It's also being the illusion of yesterday and the illusion of tomorrow, past and future, with an infinite number of frames within you that it can also light up, not as a physical reality. It's lighting it up as reality. The physical reality then starts to unfold into and as that experience that you just had. Now, the physical reality is the unfolding of frames from the now moment within you. So whatever you are currently assuming is what's unfolding as reality. It's seemingly playing side to side, past to future, but it's actually rearranging from within your ownness, creating the illusion of past and future and present. Wherever you are physically, you always were there anyway. So you're always changing physically, never getting to that past, never getting to that future. And so it's always coming from you to give the illusion of a script already written. I mean, well, the script is already written, but it's giving you the illusion of past and future. It's always changing. Now, the physical reality is one movie that is playing as awareness. And every part and experiencing of your specific point of view. So whatever you play as awareness is now the movie playing as the physical experience of reality. All other movies now go dormant, including where you are physically, while you are as that awareness. I go to a place and prepare it for you. While you are as awareness experiencing the physicality of your reality, having its own past and its future in that frame. So where you are experiencing it, you have your own past and you have your own future there. All other movies now go dormant, and your only reality is the one playing, having its own past and future from your experience of it all existing now. So in that frame, you have a past and a future. It's brand new because you're having a brand new experience, right? You just experienced a now moment from a desired timeline that you already have within you as a desired experience within that script. It starts to unfold immediately as you were experiencing it as your 3D physical reality, right then and there, from within you. So wherever you were physically experiencing yourself must now have a different past, a different future. So no matter what you're looking at, no matter how similar it looks to the previous moment, it means nothing. And every frame on that timeline to that which you have imagined and experienced yourself as must be unfolding as per the assumption of the identity you have chosen to be. By realizing yourself as the awareness you have always been, remember each frame comes from source, not you. Each frame comes from source, you. Remember each frame comes from source, you, not the current frame. The unfolding is what is referred to as the bridge of incidents that is moving you seemingly as a physical experience, but it's actually happening within your awareness, to your assumed experience as the identity you choose to be or chose to be. As you can see from the actual physical place where you are, that next moment, that's the bridge to that unfolding of reality that you desired to experience. But it's all one identity experiencing that, ever changing its viewpoint. It's all awareness experiencing that unfolding of different identities that give the expression of a script from next moment to next moment to next moment. It's already written. Now, that was a journey. So, thank you all for being here. Much love, much light, and thank you for the comments. Quite lovely ones as well. Love them very much. Thank you for liking, subscribing, joining, commenting, following, and thank you for the questions that you guys ask all the time. I love it. Thank you for the emails when you guys send them to me and ask me questions and things like that. Thank you for the TikTok following. Thank you for the Facebook joining, and I will see you all in the next one.